Welcome back to Pokemon episode summaries. Today, I'm doing episode 12, Here Comes the Squirtle Squad. The episode begins with Ash happily chanting about how he's caught Charmander and Bulbasaur. Presumably due to being so sidetracked by his happiness, they managed to fall into a hole without seeing it. Damn, I did not realize how much of a trend this was in the early episodes. Holy shit. Anyways, the creators of this hole are the Squirtle Squad, a group of Squirtle who like to cause mischief and play pranks on people. Ash successfully manages to climb out. It's a shame he couldn't have did that in the last episode with the Team Rocket hole. But anyways, when he does, he checks his Pokedex and instructs Pikachu to attack the Squirtle. Pikachu uses Thunder Shock, but the attack misses the target of the leader, the one with the cooler sunglasses, instead hitting one of the lower tier members who sacrificed himself for him. Now don't worry guys, that Squirtle isn't dead. But anyways, the leader then tries to fight Pikachu, but retreats with the rest of his squad when Officer Jenny shows up. She reminds the gang of her family tree that is just like Nurse Joy's, where they all look exactly alike with one another. Bro, we need a fucking film theory or game theory on this whatsoever. Like, it's been 25 years, almost 30 years at this point. How do they all look alike? Jenny takes Ash and the rest of them to the police station, where she explains the Squirtle Squad's origin, clarifying their reasoning for pulling all the pranks that they do on humans was because their original trainers abandoned them, and they felt the need to lash out because of it. Stealing shit, making graffiti, etc. This makes Ash feel a bit of sympathy for them as well. Meanwhile, Team Rocket is up to the usual spying bullshit. But James and Meowth are too hungry to actually do anything, which angers Jessie, who tries to motivate them by slapping them with her fan. But eventually she just gives in and pulls out a picnic basket. But before Team Rocket can start enjoying their meal, they're ambushed by the Squirtle Squad. They prepare to fight back, but the squad ties them up to a tree and steals all their food. Lovely for them. It is actually not very bad for Meowth, who manages to convince the Squirtle Squad that Jessie and James are merely his slaves, which gains him their respect. And some of the food, much to Jessie and James' annoyance. Later, Misty's fishing while Ash and Brock are relaxing, but then the Squirtle Squad shows up yet again. Well, I guess it's not a squad, it's only one Squirtle, but he still's a pain in the ass. The fight that was previously interrupted by Officer Jenny finally resumes, but it's quickly cut short when Squirtle uses Withdraw to knock Pikachu into the water. Despite Goldeen being a weak-ass Pokemon in real life, it manages to do some actual damage to Pikachu, as he's unable to swim to shore when Ash calls him. To make matters worse, the rest of the Squirtle Squad does show up and ties up our trio, taking them and an injured Pikachu to a cave. Meowth is also in this cave, essentially becoming the Squirtle Squad's de facto leader, being the one to order the attack on Ash and Pikachu in the first place. After Brock informs Ash that Pikachu needs a super potion due to this attack, Ash takes action, clarifying to the Squirtle Squad that Meowth isn't this fucking god that they think he is, and begging them to allow him to go get Pikachu this super potion. The Squirtle decides to accept Ash's pleas, despite Meowth being against it, presumably due to still caring for Pikachu himself, as Pikachu was a Pokemon, not a human. They
essentially want to see if Ash is a worthy trainer to the Pokemon that he cares for,
and warn that they will dye Misty's hair as punishment if Ash doesn't return in time. Ash runs into town as quickly as he can to retrieve the super potion, but gets stopped by tripping on rocks, almost falling into a water after stepping on a broken bridge, and gets absolutely ass-fucked by a Goldeen. Eventually, though, he does make it into town and goes to the store, coincidentally running into the door right as Gary opens it. Whoa, it's Gary's second appearance in the entire series, and we're fucking 12 episodes in. This door slam was somehow so hard that it knocked Ash out until the next morning, which gave Team Rocket time to escape from captivity, not being under watch from the Squirtle Squad anymore. So they went into town and began robbing the store, mainly wanting supplies for smoke bombs. Team Rocket proceed to escape in their balloon, with Ash vowing to go after them, but only after he gets the super potion. So he goes into the store and tries to steal one, but the townspeople notice and try and shoot him. Surprised this episode wasn't banned for having guns, but thankfully, Officer Jenny comes in at the right time, both allowing Ash to steal the super potion and giving him a ride to the cave. However, the ride is only half the journey, as her bike can't cross the river due to the bridge being broken. So they end up making the rest of the journey on foot to another entrance to the cave. But Officer Jenny can't enter, as the entrance is too big for an adult to go in, so Ash goes in by himself, and thankfully has Charmander to light the way, as the cave is very dark when going through the small entrance. When Ash arrives where he expects to find his friends, though, they're missing, so he runs out, assuming the Squirtle Squad must have done something to them. His assumption is proved wrong, though, as he finds Misty and Brock standing peacefully with the Squirtle Squad, who explain that they were just bluffing and would never actually do anything to Misty's hair. Presumably just desiring to play a prank on Ash to make him worry. Misty just barely manages to use the super potion on Pikachu before Team Rocket show up and kidnap him. The poor guy, he's been put through the ringer so much this episode. Anyways, Meowth then rejoins Team Rocket, realizing how the Squirtle were never actually truly loyal to him, due to their desire to only play pranks and not harm other Pokemon. Team Rocket doesn't stop at capturing Pikachu, dropping the bombs that they grabbed from the store earlier. This causes Ash, the gang, and the rest of the Squirtle to run for safety. But the leader, likely so preoccupied with getting the rest of his squad to safety, takes a tumble and can't get up, so Ash jumps in to save him, even going as far as being willing to sacrifice himself so that the Squirtle can get away. The leader, likely inspired by Ash's kindness though, manages to get up and actually is the one to save Ash, bringing them both to the cave to safety, much to everyone else's relief. Ash, now having Squirtle's respect, orders him to use a water gun on Team Rocket's balloon, which he does, sending them blasting off, releasing Pikachu in the process. However, when Brock, Misty, and Ash go to return back to the entrance of the cave, they meet up with Officer Jenny, who informs them that Team Rocket's bombs have started a fire. Thankfully, though, this fire is swiftly put out by the Squirtle Squad after Ash commands them all to use their water guns, saving the town from destruction. This earns the people's respect across town, overriding their criminal reputation, as Officer Jenny appoints them as the town's local firefighters, giving them a new purpose. With the town now in good hands, Ash and his friends take their leave. But the leader of the Squirtle Squad actually decides to join them, now having grown close enough to Ash to feel comfortable to take off his glasses around him.